Hey everyone, this is Matt N3VAN, and in today's video we're going to be building an 1-to-1 RF choke, and we're going to use the 140-43 toroid to achieve this. So what we're going to do, I also have the RG316, and I think I bought this off of Amazon, and yep, I don't know how long this is, but I haven't even opened it, but yeah, so we're gonna strip the outer sheath, put it onto the ground, and we're gonna use this Hammond case, which is the 1591M, and it'll go well with the toroid. Wind it in there, tossing a BNC on one other end. So this will be more for QRP outdoor usage. You can get larger toroids and a larger case for your home if you would like, you know, like the 240, -43 or 61 or 31 mix, depending on what you would like to do. But based on my research, this will be just fine for QRP. And we're gonna wind this, I believe, 19 times. And what I'll do is let me get this off and get started. But quickly, I had a good buddy, let's see, November 2 YQT. He sent me a few nice winders, and boy, do I like them. This one I've been using. I used it on field day as well as a few other parks on the air and outdoors. And he got me two of these to give a try out. And I used to have them winded on this, you know, one from Soda Beams. And it's okay, but it's a little big for the backpack. So I already wound this one, and this is for 80 meters. This has 133, maybe a little bit more or less, feet of the 22 AWG. Yeah, it looks like I didn't tighten it too much around here. I'll have to redo that. And it also has the 10 meter coil there, so much difference in size. So if you like these, let me see, I'll show you like I do. These are nice, made in America, 3D printed. Even put my name on there, N3VAN. And he tested it before sending it, and it has good flexibility, not bending. I think it's PETG. And check him out. He's on Etsy, I believe. November 2, Yankee, Quebec, Tango. And here's a nice little QRP one. So just a little plug for him, not getting any money or endorsements on there. The QRP one's great. So I use this for the 40 to 10 meter NFED half wave wire. So without further ado, let's get started on this. I gotta unravel this. Let's see. Nice little cling wrap. Way more than I need as usual. Okay, so we're gonna wind this 19 times. I forgot the zip ties. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna get the zip ties, and we're gonna start winding them. All right, I'm back. Got the two zip ties, and actually I pre-measured this using paracord. Let me see, where did I put the cord? There we go. So I wrapped it a few times and got it out to the designated length, a little longer just in case. So already pre-cut, so it's a lot easier to work with than using this, obviously. So what we're gonna do, start by going underneath here. Let's feed this in. I use the zip tie right there, but let me feed it in one time without kinking it too much. Give it enough so I could put it in the box and reach it. So should be more than enough. Okay. All right. Let's get the zip tie on here so we can hold it in place. Without any problems. All right. So that's in there. So we're good. Let me, where's my clippers? That doesn't fly like enameled copper. Usually when I do that, oh man, it flies and goes places. That's why you see me covering up when I'm snipping. You're probably like, what? I can't view this, Matt. So again, the turns count on the inside. So we got 1, 2. This is the third. Trying to make them nice and tight. I'm feeding it this way instead of bending it with like I do with the enameled copper, because enameled copper can handle a lot. But this RG316, I don't want to bend it or push it through with my thumb. That might cause some issues. Okay. There we go. Keep it nice and tight. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 5. Number 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. Yeah. 7. 8. And we're doing this 19 times. And the 10th turn, we're going to cross over. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9. Oh. And then 10 crosses over. Trying to make it as tight as possible. Okay. So pass through was 10. Let's untangle you without whacking myself in the face. That would be nice. All right, so we still have the tail there, which is going to go up here to the BNC once I get that hardware mounted in there. Probably do that next. So there's 10, and then the 11th turn. 12. Remember, keep it tight. At least in my opinion, it works better with doing toroids. 13. 14. 15. Yes, and you can run, you're probably thinking, oh, you know, copper enamel copper, I could do that. Yes, but you need to have them in a pair, because you need one for the ground and the other for the, you know, the shield, the actual lead line. Okay, what do we got? So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And it looks like my paracord math was correct. 17, 18, and 19. Let me just double check. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. And that is that's pretty much it. I'm going to spread them out. I'm going to put a another zip tie over here, and then we're good. So I'm just going to double check. So we have 1 turn, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 in the middle. Almost counted number 19. So 10 in the middle, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and whoop, 19. So got a lot of extra space, so that's good. Let me find that other zip tie that was hiding around here. Feed it through. should I feed it through? I'm going to feed it through. Hang on one second, gentlemen. And ladies. Okay, now it looks like it's on this side, but it's not. It's a continuation from going around and out. So we're good there. A little spacing in there. And that's it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get one of my indicators, which I don't have, like, a little pointer. Nope. So we're going to use a pen. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it goes underneath. So 10 goes through, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and whoop, 19. So that is 19 turns. And let's see how this is going to fit. Open the box. Plenty of wire. I'm probably just going to snip this off here. Ooh. Are we not snipping well? There we go. I use this thing way too much, so that's a little extra. I'm going to get the hardware mounted in here. I have to get as usual, pushing things around. That's garbage. One BNC, the other one flew over here. There's the screws for the box. And then probably what I'm going to do is what the radio prepper Gil does, and super glue it a little bit so it holds into place. I mean, you don't have to really worry too much, but put it in a bug out bag or a comms bag, and it's going to move around. So bear with me. I'm going to go grab something to tighten these down on, and we'll continue finishing this. All right, I'm back. We're going to be mounting this hardware. I got a little 13mm gear wrench, and let's get this hardware mounted in. And this one's nice. Sometimes, sometimes this ground ring comes with a lock washer as well, but it's built in, which is nice. So some of these, they thought the design through. I shouldn't have bent that. Okay. Let's get it in. Okay, spin it in by hand. Once I get it on the threads, Matt, yep. Is there too much coffee today? Hopefully not. And not strip the threads. Cross thread them. Is it already in? Go. Not cross-threaded, but let's get this ground to the side a little bit. Should be big enough. Should use pliers or a thinner one. There we go. I turn it around. Do it by hand first. There we go. Let me get an adapter on here. Do I have one? Usually I like to put an adapter on to hold it, get some more purchase on this. Is it straight? It's actually straight. All right, so I'm not worried. There we go. Just tightening it up. I need to get a smaller set of tools, but one that actually does 13mm, obviously. Okay, so that's good. Bring that over. Let's get the other side on. Okay, there we are. Let's keep it around the same orientation, so. One of the few times I wish I had small hands so I could do this better, but being 6'2" and of Nordic variety, it's tough to work on some small stuff. Hey, I'm in the IT field, so I make it work, but it's hard sometimes. Let me just make sure. I'm sorry I'm blocking your view, everyone. I'm trying to hold the that ground so it doesn't move while I like that while I tighten this. Stay. That's a little off. Stay ground. There we go. Gotta keep it centered. Come on. I need new. Anyone recommends a good small but thin, not like this massive one that you're ratcheting a car with? Please, please, by all means, let me know. I got these. These are gear drive. It's like a copy on the name. They're nice. Look how nice and small they are. A lot smaller, but it stops at 11 millimeters or 7/16. And that's not going to work on a BNC. If anyone's played around with antennas a lot like I have. Okay, stay straight. She looks good. Let's move you down a bit. Alright. That should be good. Bend you over. Alright. And now got to trim this and fit it in nicely. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to need a longer center pin and then the ground wire. So let's see about stripping some of this plastic sheath. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna use a razor blade. That worked. That actually worked surprisingly well. Now this outer is going to be the ground. I just want to test it. Did it come off? Yep, so all this weird shielding that we have to pull away is the ground. And then we just have to expose that center pin. But I'm not quite ready. I need to shorten that a bit. Maybe cut right here. Or here. And we're going to need some. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to, let me see. That one's almost perfect, but we're going to shorten this. I always hate doing this part. Let's see, get it down there, center pin. Yep, alright. Ah, did I do something wrong? You know, cutting way too much off, that's a concern of mine. We're gonna no. Nope. Find out where I cut. There we go. So that shield is actually that the pinkish salmon color. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this shield off. Shielding, move it to one side gently, causing much damage. We want to keep it as much intact as possible, and it's nicely braided. And people have done this many times are cringing like, oh man, Matt, what are you doing? There's a special way to take this off. I'm sorry. First time I'm building a one-to-one onion while other people are trying to learn how to build a one-to-one onion. Alright, there we go. That's gonna be, it's like a wick. Get that there. Do I have enough to reach it? Looks like we do. Just gotta get that center pin cleared. Will that work? Yeah, I can't do the opposite. So I can get it. I can solder right here. See that? I'm gonna probably zoom you in a little bit. Give me a second. Let me zoom you guys in. I think like a 3. Yeah, let's try 4. There we go. All right, now I just gotta make sure I keep it in frame. Okay, so as you can see, that center pin will go there, and then the ground will connect right there. I just gotta do it on this other side, so bear with me. I'm gonna get them in place, solder them up, and we should be good. All right, I got it all soldered up, as you can probably see, and we're gonna check for connectivity or continuity and make sure there's no shorts. Unlike building a balun, you want to make sure there are no shorts between the center and the shield. So there's no short, but you're supposed to check, are the shields working? Yep. Continuity on the shields. Oop. That's the hard part. Getting it in the center. Yep, both center pins have continuity. And actually, I tested this on the Minion SDR to make sure it works. I'm going to put some hot glue, which Gil Radio Prepper loves, and just so this the toroid doesn't move around. So this is good to go. Not one of my better soldering jobs, but it gets the job done. And I've used it a couple times. Gotta hot glue it and screw the lid down. I might actually be taking this out. Tomorrow is Saturday. Today we woke up and it was a good 4 to 6 degrees here in eastern Pennsylvania, so very good. And unfortunately, I'm dealing with a computer that decided to crap out on me. Fairly new, and no, it wasn't the Chinese spy balloon. At least I don't think so. It was probably just a funky Windows 10 update. So I'll be probably going out to Estate Game Lands tomorrow, making a video for that. Next weekend, I am away at a friend's cabin, but doing also radio videos as well. I'm going to get that video up with regards to the VX6R and the transmit power and checking various things plugged in and not plugged in, and I'll get that video up before I go on that trip. So that's pretty much it. This is the one-to-one choke balun. This is in case you have a inefficient antenna or just want to clean up the reception of your antenna with the radio. If there's QRM or any type of interference in the area, this is good to have in your Go kit. So this is rather large. I'm going to make a smaller one with the FT114-31, which is what Gil Radio Prepper did. So maybe I'll make a video on that, but everyone's seen that one. But if you like the content I'm creating, please consider subscribing. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you, and have a great weekend.